Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to Unitarian Universalist of San Mateo. My name's Reverend Laura Thompson. I'm the minister here. It's great to see you all here on this winter solstice, and it's also the final night of Hanukkah. And we want to extend especially a warm welcome to any visitors who might be here from out of town tonight, or anyone visiting us for the first time. If you'd like to get more connected with us, there are visitor forms that you can fill out here. If you're joining us on Zoom, you can find an online form in the chat. Just a couple of announcements before we get going. This Wednesday is our traditional Christmas Eve service. That'll be at 5 p.m. That service will be followed by holiday cookie reception. If you can, bring some cookies to share. I would say that we probably also might need some help setting up, cleaning up, etc., etc., etc. So if you can show up a bit early or stay a little bit late, that would be a great help. Also, don't forget, we're having our holiday potluck on Christmas Day here at 3 p.m. Everyone is welcome. There'll be roast turkey and salmon, as well as vegan and vegetarian main dishes that will be provided. Please bring a side dish or dessert to share. Now, before we get to all that Christmassy shining stars and carols by candlelight, tonight we're celebrating some other holidays that are happening this week. We're here to honor the light and the darkness being celebrated on this special night as the solstice and Hanukkah come together this year. We begin by calling into this space the directions of the world and their elements, not because they are far away from us, but because naming them helps us to remember that we belong to this earth and to one another. We'll light a candle for each direction, and we're going to start with a candle in the center, which is love is at the center for us, and tonight that's the spirit of this community. So we welcome our center spirit, whose element is love. This is an ever-expanding circle of community here, and here we remember that hope grows best when we tend it together.
We welcome the east, whose element is air. It is the direction of dawn and fresh beginnings. May clarity and new ideas breathe hope into us.
We welcome the south, whose element is fire. It is the direction of warmth and courage. May the fire of compassion light our way.
We welcome the west, whose element is water. It is the direction of sunset and deep feelings. May the waters of our lives carry us gently towards healing.
We welcome the north, whose element is earth. It is the direction of strength and roots. May we find hope in what holds us steady.
Good evening, all. I'm Kathy Warne, and tonight I'm honored to serve as your worship associate. Welcome to our winter solstice and Hanukkah celebration, a night when we gather with children, youth, adults, elders, friends, and chosen family. Tonight is the longest night of the year. Since ancient times, people have gathered just as we do now, kindling flames, telling stories, and remembering that even in the deepest dark, light is on its way. We also honor Hanukkah, the festival of lights, and heed its story of resilience against an empire. Tonight we celebrate the turning of the year. We remember the nourishment of both light and darkness in our lives. Tonight we practice hope, and we remember that we are not alone because we walk this journey with one another. Come, let us worship together.
Beautiful
by Susan Cooper, The Shortest Day. And so the shortest day came, and the year died, and everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing, to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight this shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land. They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends, and hope for peace. And now so do we, here, now, this year and every year. Welcome, Yule.
Tonight, we have gathered in the dark on purpose. That may sound a little strange, especially in a world that spends so much energy trying to escape the darkness. We turn on lights everywhere we go. We fill our calendars, we keep moving. In the empty moments of our lives, we reach for phones, the light aimed right at our faces, and play games or scroll videos or read the news, anything to avoid the stillness. We distract ourselves from quiet, from long nights, from the questions that don't have easy answers. And yet, here we are, on the longest night of the year, choosing to pause, choosing to dim the lights, choosing to sit together and notice the darkness rather than push past it. Because there is something in the stillness and the dark. There's something there to learn. Darkness, after all, is not the same as despair. Darkness is where seeds rest. It is where bodies heal. It is where stories are whispered and flames are protected against the wind. Darkness is not the enemy of light. It is the place where light becomes visible. You don't notice a candle burning bright much at noontime. The magic of this service would be completely lost if we did it at 10:30 in the morning. But on a night like this, even the smallest flame matters. It is the warmth of community that holds us. It is the light of truth which guides us and the fire of commitment which fuels our actions. It is the flaming chalice, a symbol of liberation. The significance of these small lights in our life matter. And they matter because some of us are tired. And some of us are grieving. Some of us are worried about the world our children are inheriting. Some of us are holding private fears that we cannot name out loud. This season can be beautiful and also heavy. Joy and sorrow often arrive together this time of year, sitting side by side like old companions. So we might feel like we need a little light. But know this, when we talk about light in the darkness, we're not talking about pretending that everything is fine. We're not talking about denying the pain and rushing toward happiness. We're talking about something braver. We're talking about not turning away from the dark, nor the silence, nor honing our ability to be in that space, to let the dark offer us rest, to heal us where we need it, to make space in our lives for our grief and our sorrow, and to tend it in ourselves and one another with gentleness and love and care. We're talking about the choice to keep tending the light so we don't get lost even when the night is long, even when the flame flickers, even when we're not sure what comes next. Tending and sharing light in this regard, it's not a guarantee, it's a practice of showing up, of telling the stories one more time, of lighting the candle again, even after it has gone out so many times before. And importantly, of remembering that the light is not meant to be carried alone. One candle can be extinguished easily, but a room full of candles illuminates the space in ways that invite us to see one another. A room full of candles brings magic and warmth like it has for us this evening. That is why we gather in this space together. We are those bright lights together. That is why we sing, why we work together, why we share our joys and our sorrows, why we help one another and our neighbors, not to eliminate the darkness, but to share the light that dwells within each one of us and one another, that we may endure, that we may still carry hope. Because hope is not something we manufacture with words or goals or agendas. Hope is something that we borrow from one another. It only exists in relationship. It is where my light meets yours. When your light is dim, someone else holds your light for you. When mine falters, yours reminds me of what is possible. And for our children who watch us with curiosity, this is an important lesson. They don't need us to promise that the world will always be easy or fair. They need us to show them how to live with courage and love and care when the world isn't fair. They need to see adults who keep lighting candles, who keep singing songs of hope, who keep choosing love again and again and again. Because that is how light survives the darkness. Not by overpowering it, but by enduring, by being shared, by being tended with intention and trust. That's what we do here together, and that's what we'll keep doing here together. In just a moment, we're going to sing a song which is quite lovely. The choir was, Jeremy were rehearsing it earlier when I was listening, and it's quite beautiful. The words in the song are, long is our winter, dark is our night. Come set us free, O saving light. That song doesn't rush the night away, it names it, it tells the truth. The winter night is long and dark. And then it does something more powerful. It asks for light, not as a miracle, but as a presence. It's an invitation for the light that dwells within, among, and beyond us to be a force of salvation. And that's the invitation of this night, the longest night of the year, the final night of Hanukkah. Not to wait passively or impatiently for the darkness to end, but to become people who know how to carry the light through it by the merit of their faith and their hope. Tonight, as we leave this place, may we remember that darkness is a rich and nourishing place, and that even the smallest flame matters as a companion to the long nights. And in those places where the odds often seem stacked against us, may we remember that hope often begins quietly, like the flickering of one small flame, but that together our shared light is enough to guide us forward through all the seasons of our lives. Blessed be. Amen.